The Buena Vista Lagoon between Oceanside and Carlsbad is slowly being choked by sediment and cattails. The tall grass there thrives because the ocean is kept at bay by a low wall built by homeowners.
You can't move forward without addressing the comments.
Gabriela Torres represents a group of homeowners that want Sandag to do what they say should have been done for decades: dredge the lagoon and clean out the cattails to cut back on thriving mosquito populations.
The mosquitoes wouldn't be as prevalent, the cattails would be cut back, and so now we're trying to fix decades and decades of a problem that we sort of let get out of hand.
The homeowners argue the 220-acre coastal lagoon and ecological reserve has a long history as a freshwater lake, but they say the Sandag Environmental Impact Report doesn't share that conclusion.
What the EIR hasn't addressed is what is its natural state. We've introduced evidence that says it has been historically freshwater, and the EIR says, well, there's times when it has been, times when it hasn't been, but I think that question is what needs to be answered specifically, because that is environmentally significant to know that before we can move on.
The project is in Sandag's hands because the State Department of Fish and Wildlife failed to come up with a solution.
You can see that we did buy the land on the other side.
Steve Roderick works at the Audubon Society's Buena Vista Nature Center on the north edge of the lagoon. He backs opening the waterway to the ocean because he says that's how the rest of San Diego County's coastal lagoons work.
A lagoon may form to be freshwater naturally. It only would last a short time. Storms and the natural geological reality of these estuaries means that the ocean's going to break them open again, and they're going to become brackish within a reasonable amount of time.
Opening the lagoon to the ocean or keeping it closed are two options being considered by Sandag. The freshwater option could cost tens of millions of dollars with ongoing dredging expenses. The saltwater option costs more up front, but requires less ongoing maintenance. Sandag could also decide to create a hybrid lagoon with water east of the 5 staying fresh and water west of the freeway becoming brackish. Or they could do nothing. Roderick welcomes the return of a saltwater lagoon because it creates coastal habitat for migrating birds.
The major change to a brackish lagoon would be the elimination of all the cattails. That would be number one. And the elimination of the cattails will provide us also with way fewer mosquitoes.
Tidal flows will change the land around the lagoon. The wall that's been there for decades keeps water levels constant like a lake. The ocean pushes water levels up and down, and that could impact waterfront properties. Sandag was poised to pick one of the alternatives today, but postponed that decision for a month after a flood of public comments. A Sandag official told KPBS they want to make sure to incorporate those remarks before moving forward. Erik Anderson, KPBS News.